Hello and welcome to TerraFirmaGreg, a Minecraft mod pack which is a combination of Minecraft, primitive survival, and all of the worst aspects of Factorio. Now this isn't my first time actually playing this. I did play it for a bit in the previous version. I got slightly past the Steam age. The game is recently updated. They've changed some things. I'm not entirely sure what all those changes are. One of them being the ore generation. I believe some changes to create, perhaps. I didn't read the patch notes too thoroughly, but I'm sure we'll find out all the fun, exciting stuff that's happened. This is new. Sulfur surface rock. Interesting. So these are our indicators. So when you see these, there's that type of ores under the ground. Of course, you can also just pick it up. I picked up this cassiterite here. I should have marked where that actually was. I wonder if I can find it again. Sometimes you can see it on the map. Yeah, so this darker section here is cassiterite, most likely. Oh, it doesn't really matter. Oh, and lead. It doesn't really matter because I'm not going to be sticking around this area. There are climates in this mod, which means that the further north you are, the colder it gets. The further south you go, the warmer it gets. There is this here, which shows that I'm in a temperate climate at the moment. The average temperature is 11 degrees Celsius. Generally throughout the year, and yes, there are seasons, the temperature will increase about plus or minus 15 degrees from what this says, I believe. Don't quote me on that, I'm not entirely sure. There's also these giant rivers which spawn, which are very difficult to actually cross. That's not a great sign. I don't really want to get eaten by a bear already. It would not be according to plan. There's some cassiterite here. I don't know if I'll bother marking it. What I mean by marking it is I always mark the ore where you find it. Cassite, what am I doing? Mark it as the ore it is, not the indicator. So it's cassiterite, but it's actually tin is what you get for melting that. So I'll mark that with a tin. And I will take this because if I do find some copper and get some clay, make some vessels, I can get bronze pretty quickly with that. I should make a tool at some point, which you might be wondering, how am I going to do that? Let me just show you actually, better example. Let me get up to these trees. Alright, so you get up to the tree, I've got this eucalyptus here, which I think is actually a rare type of wood. I'm surprised that's just sitting here. Yeah. So that's what punching a tree gets you. Not very far. You can see the progress bar at the top there. And even if I did this, I don't believe I'd get anything. Maybe sticks, but definitely no wood. So that's not what you do. So instead you grab these rocks here, and we open up this, and from here we can start to nap things. I don't know if I've done that already. Yes, I have. So I can now get a stick and make a stone axe if I wanted some wood, which I will do now. Now I've got an axe. So it's actually cheaper in this to make stone tools. You just need one rock. Actually, you need two rocks because the napping mechanic requires you to have another rock to hit the other one with, which I think is funny. I'm not going to chop down this eucalyptus tree. I'd feel bad doing it. Oh, there's copper right here. Okay, this is crazy. I cannot believe I found cassiterite and copper right next to each other this quickly. Is good luck. It's all going according to the script. Yeah, it's all going out as planned. Does that go down? Ooh, scary. Scary hole. It's the kind of cave you lose your life in, you know? You just jump straight down into that. That'll get you right there. That'll do it. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Oh, no. Okay. Fuck that. We don't mess with no bears. We don't be doing nothing with that. Brother, so much. Wait, what is that? The hell? I've never seen that before. Actually, what is that, man? Oh, it's a gooseberry. Actually, I had gooseberry jelly one time. It was pretty good, and I didn't think gooseberries were a thing. I didn't believe it was a real fruit. So when you hit the tree, it does this for a while. And then the whole tree falls over at once, which is pretty cool. Then you get your stuff. And there's also this beautiful, beautiful glitch that I don't think is supposed to be there, but they didn't remove it in this update, so you just place wood of the same type at the tree next to it and chop it, and it all breaks. It used to also get super, super dark, but it seems to not do that anymore, which is quite nice. You can still see quite well at night. That used to very much not be the case. Oh, and those quests that you're seeing there, it's part of this, so I'll just, okay, that's good. Alright, so this is different than it was before. This used to be, I don't think it was much shorter, but it was definitely less organized, I'd say. Looks like they've added new things like the metallurgy age and early automation, which sounds exciting. It doesn't look that early though, it's still Steam. Electronics. They've changed, Create, that's right. Instead of the Create mod, they've called it Create, and they've added more compatibility with Greg Tech, which is great. But yes, like I was saying, we're in the Stone Age here now, so we've done that. We've gotten pumpkins for food. This is the stone tools one. We'll probably want to make a javelin at some point, kill an animal so we don't starve to death. And we're going to do this pretty quickly since I've got copper and tin already, which is phenomenal. The food also has expiry dates, which is important to know. This is going to expire in 1 month and 3 days, which actually means a week and 3 days, because actually I think it's 8 days for some reason. The months last 8 days, and then they switch over to the next one that related to the seasons. But this will expire, 1 month, 3 days, and the wheat grain, after you refine it with the knife, will be 11 months and 1 day. So usually you'll want to chop that up as soon as you harvest it. This is quite nice, especially because I am thirsty. Can I drink from source blocks? Of course, of course. This is how the Romans did it, right? They swam up the waterfall and drank the water straight from the source. And the clay, you can usually tell what it is because of the plants that grow on it. I think these are actually... Yes, so these are the plants that can spawn... Or not, plants don't spawn clay, but the plants spawn on top of clay. That's what I should be saying. So yeah, there is some clay here. I've got everything I'd really need. Might need more wood. Okay, I'm gonna find some clay closer to these forests down south. Because it can get quite annoying walking back and forth with wood, especially where the inventory is a bit of an issue early game. Right, still, there's cows here. There's a whole animal domestication system as well, so the cows, you can't just, I mean, you could walk up and feed them, but it's not gonna do much. They're not gonna just magically spawn another cow from you doing that. They have sizes, so that's genetics, so you can actually selectively breed them to get bigger, beefier animals to get more meat. This is a male, as you can see there, and its wear and tear is 0%, so that's basically their age. So if you domesticate it or take it home with you, and you make it breed, you take milk, I was gonna say eat it, but then it would be dead. Yeah, you mostly just like milking and breeding them. It'll make the wear and tear go up. Eventually that'll reach 100 and the animal becomes old and they stop being able to reproduce and also produce milk or anything. So it's usually when it's time to eat her. And you can actually fish with a spear, which is quite fun to do early game. Sometimes it's your only option of survival. The spear's like... Yeah. So you usually just hop in the water and you spear them. You get your fish. Except the current just absolutely robs you. Some pumpkin slices. So this stays good forever. If they didn't patch it, if it was even a bug to begin with, this can rot, and then you can still cut it up, and then you get just fresh pumpkin chunks. It's quite broken. So as long as you have pumpkins, you pretty much can't starve, because you can get quite a bit off of them. And they'd never go bad. Can I climb this? Oh, that was actually a good representation of that. So every block is affected. Okay, not every block. Naturally spawning ones, so like stone, dirt, sand. These aren't because they spawned up here and they're hardened, so the hardened ones don't fall, but these ones that are labeled as infinity visible. There we go, raw marble. So you can see it actually says unsupported there. But it won't trigger collapse because it's got stuff underneath it. But the unsupported, you can actually build like support beams. That's where that's coming from. So yeah, that caused a collapse there, what I just did. So made it unstable, everything fell. Things will scatter into like piles if they're stacked up too high. Things will just fall. Yeah, makes mining very, very dangerous, but very, very fun. And I'm gonna have better luck with the fish this time. And you can't fillet the fish, I'm sorry to say. It doesn't work. Maybe one day, but maybe one day. Alpaca, look at that. It's pretty cool. Also getting seeds there. I think oats are some of the easier ones to grow. The agriculture is not as simple as you would want it to be. So these need 3 to 40 degrees Celsius, so fairly warm. They won't survive into the fall or winter in the more northern areas. They also require 35 to 100% hydration, which is quite manageable, and phosphorus for the nutrient. So do with that what you will. Alright, so I found some more trees, and I just want to be by wood for setting up a little temporary base to get some tools. Because it takes a long time for trees to grow. You can't just plant a bunch of saplings in a pile and expect to just have a bunch of wood soon. They do take about an in-game month or so for most of them, which is about 8 days, 8 Minecraft days. Oh, I think I found some. Yep. Alright, so obviously we'll need a shovel, which is this. Yes. Probably need 2 shovels actually. These stone tools do not last too long. And my inventory is actually completely destroyed, which is good to see. Okay, so I'm just gonna choose this as my log pile. The inventory is very difficult. Even if I made chests, you can't actually place the logs in them. They're too big. It doesn't actually say the size anymore, so I don't know if that's the case, but it used to be. Probably still is. So let's see, they wanted to make it any easier. The clay will help with the inventory a little bit, because I can make vessels, which I can put the food and stuff in to keep it fresh longer. And if you make a large vessel, you can actually put that on your back, which is quite nice. Alright, and it automatically places tools in your hands when the old one breaks, which is quite nice. I'm pretty much full on clay. I'll grab like 2 more. Do a pit kiln here. It seems like to be a safe spot. Do like 3 of them. So the first thing I want to make is a large vessel, which I fucked up. So this, I'm going to place that in there. Also, we're going to need, this is useful too to just get recipes from and figure out what you're supposed to do if you're forgetting. So I want a saw mold, because making the saw makes life much easier, because you can actually saw wood and then actually make a crafting table, which is quite nice. Let's see here. So that is this sheep. Perfect. Let's stick that in this one. Probably want some vessels too. How do you do that? Is it this? Yes. And I also want to make a jug, which I don't think I can figure it out off the top of my head. That one's a little funky. Something like a jug. Okay, that's not actually that wacky. You just make a jug. 8 in each of those. I'm also going to need a fire starter and some wood. 8 logs. And that lights all of them. Cool. I'm going to burn the forest down, actually. Which is not the best thing I've ever done. Where this tree just goes. Maybe that's how I save the forest, by chopping the forest down. It's very poetic. It's 1 log and 3 sticks. And then you light that on fire and you get a fire. Yes. And the wood's burned differently too, so this burns at bright red at 2, so it's warm wood and it burns for a while, so that means so I got myself some cooked trout. And so is my nutrition. Yes, there's nutrition. It's not a great nutrition system. You know, you don't got your carbs, your protein, and your fats or nothing, but you do get grain, fruits, vegetables, protein. I guess there's protein, and dairy. The higher that these are, the better your health will be. You can't just have 1 maxed. You need like 2 of the max is usually good. But if like any of them are low, it's going to lower your max health. So you need to eat a balanced diet basically to keep your health up. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. So we're probably just going to let that cool. This though, we can use right away. You can put all our food in there. Look at that. You can seal it. And you don't actually need a tool or anything. Pickaxe will mine it faster. I think it'll just pick up though. Perfect. Other than that, you'll get exhausted because it's a super heavy item that you're just holding, but if you put it on your back, no penalties. It's like a poor man's backpack. Do 8-to-1 for our ratio. That's pretty easy, actually. So it would be 2 ingots. So each one of the molds is going to require 2 ingots. Or 1 ingot, sorry, if I use... I'm going to make 3 things, so I want more than that in there. So this should all melt into 3 ingots worth of the stuff. Like a knife, I guess. I kind of do want to chisel. Bricks are nice to be able to make. So timer for 7 minutes, so I'll be back in time for that. And I will use this time to fish, I guess. Ah, shit. Didn't get that one. I'm fishing. Oh, I got away. Give me everything. I'm gonna make this first. Okay, that wasn't actually the plan. What do I need? What do I need? I need the saw. No, please give me the saw. This is so stressful. I just immediately fucking went to make the knife. Okay, so that's good. What was the other thing I needed to make right now? The axe, the axe, the axe. Pickaxe can wait. Actually, I want that first. Never mind. This isn't gonna let me. It's gonna cool too much and it's not gonna pour anymore. Actually, I'm fine. Cool. Let's get my saw. Let's make the saw. Sweet. So now, if I take some of my wood, I can make planks. Or lumber, I should say. And with that lumber, I can make planks. And with those planks, I can now make a crafting table. After playing Minecraft for an hour and 3 minutes. Hello, it is the next day, and with it has come rain. It does completely destroy the video quality. Anyway, we got the crafting table. I made this chest, put some crap in it. I made some more tools, as you can see in my hotbar here. I've also fixed the audio that was messed up. The game audio wasn't recording, and I did not realize. Not sure how that happened, because it was working before. I was also killed by a black bear. I wandered in that direction, wasn't looking at the minimap, and I was killed by a black bear. Actually, I had to walk all the way back here. It was not fun. Regardless of my bear escapade, our goal now, I guess, is to leave this little campsite that I've set up. I don't really need it anymore. Don't really want to stick around here. So I'm just thinking about what all I want to take and what all I want to leave. So I'll definitely take the metals. Some stone is good to keep with me. I would like to take the seeds and the saplings. Because depending on where I go, I might not be able to find these. Maybe I want this, especially the sequoia. The redwood, I should say, not the sequoia. When it grows, it's called a sequoia, but interesting. So I'll take the ores and the saplings, seeds. What else? I guess the clay for now, since I've got the space for it. Because with these tools, I can set something up quite similar to this very quickly and quite easily. Wouldn't be hard to do that, and these copper tools do last, or the bronze tools, I should say. They do last quite a while, so they should do me for a good chunk of time at least. I don't really think I need anything else or need to do anything. I made a bronze knife, I made a bronze pickaxe, bronze axe, bronze prospector's pick, a bronze chisel, and a bronze saw. I don't think I really needed this chisel. I think I kind of rushed it, although I can craft a mortar with it, which the mortar, bone meal, don't think that's as useful as regular bone meal. Yeah, it's just 10% phosphorus. Blaze powder, I don't really... Oh, right, they did add the nether in this. That does remind me that they did add the nether. What am I looking for? I thought you could make, like, flour with this, but I guess not. Okay, maybe you can't. Huh. Maybe yeah, maybe this is just completely useless then. I thought you could use this to make flour for bread. Actually, I do want to take these. At least one stack. I'll leave some behind. The reason why is because this type of wood you can actually use to make a canoe. So yeah, you can make dugout canoes out of certain types of wood. One of those certain types being, of course, the sequoia. You cut it in half, then you set it on fire, and you wait, and it makes a canoe. Okay, I think I'm good to go. I do have inventory space for these things, but they're just sticks that you craft with, so I'm not too worried about leaving them behind. My javelins, I think I'll take those, just in case I come across another bear. Maybe I can defend myself a little better. And let's head out. Yeah. There's a black bear over there, but I don't think he's gonna bother me. There's a deer, which I might try to do some things to. Might do some things to this deer. Might, where's the deer? Should be around here. Oh, well, I was gonna kill the deer, but, I don't think I can literally kill Bambi. That's, oh, I could kill Bambi's mother, though. There's another deer over here. Yeah, that's a doe. Oh, damn it. Oh, no. Oh. Damn it. Damn it. Oh my god. Come on, bro. That's one way to do it. Let's start making stuff with these. I can make a water thingy with the bladder, I believe. Yeah. So I just need some string, which I don't think there's a whole lot of easy ways to get string. Spiders, if you've come across them in the underground. Wool is a little ways away. There's a black bear. Do not want to mess with no bear. Okay, so it's now getting dark, which reminds me, I did go and change the lighting setting before when it wasn't getting dark at night. That was actually a setting that they had off by default. I kind of prefer it being on. It hits the vibes good, you know? It's really matches what the mod's going for. You're a wild animal in the woods type feel. Jute, I believe you can make this with, and then, yeah, you can use that to make leads. You can make burlap. That's about it. Brass fishing net. I don't think fishing nets were in the game before. That's pretty cool, though. Love new stuff, love new stuff. Might as well. This stuff does grow seasonally, so after a full year goes by, whenever it's spring, new fruits and stuff will spawn where they can, as well as like those rocks on the ground and the sticks, so they're not gone once you take them. I'm also thirsty, but you can just look up and drink the rain. You can just drink the rain, it's pretty cool. Love drinking rain. It's a pretty nice lake, actually. I wonder if that river leads out to the ocean, because that'd be a pretty decent spot. The waterways are usually how you'll travel long distances, because of just how painful it is to walk everywhere. There are aquatic mobs, so I will be kind of careful. I don't think there'd be anything too scary in this lake. Maybe the Loch Ness Monster. Oh, I feel like somebody's about to stick their head out of here and ask me for tree fitty. I need about tree fitty. So now that I'm realizing it, the game updated and that setting got disabled and I didn't even realize. Ah, that's much better. I'll put out the torch. It's just terrifying. You just cannot see anything at night. Like, see him swimming across the lake in the middle of the night. In the middle of the woods. It's scarier. Okay, there's actually a bear. I'm very glad for the mini-map. There's a bear right up ahead that I almost walked right into. Yeah, don't be doing that. I just wonder if they sleep at night. I wonder if I could get my revenge on their species. Probably not. Probably not, no. What the hell? This is pretty right here. I don't think I'd want to build a base there, though. That looks pretty annoying. Man, this is nice. Sunrise over there. Man. Mark this. I'll take a look and see if there's any ores around here, though. Rotten flesh. I don't actually know what this is an indicator of. There's just rotten flesh every now and then. I'm not really sure what for. If anybody knows what's underneath the rotten flesh piles, please let me know. Not seeing any copper or anything that could be copper. Is hematite, which is iron, which is actually pretty decent to have around a base. You will need a lot of iron. Pretty sick jump back there, wasn't it? Okay, cool. So I found some copper over here. That's good. I'll have a spot that I can get a good copper mine going. This thing's just falling up there. Yeah, alright. It's getting foggy. Oh, that's funny. There's some volcanoes over here. That's cool. Actually, volcanoes are cool because you can get pumice at them. And with pumice, you can, if you still can, you can make paper with leather. Basically parchment. Let's see. Yeah, so you need, wait, treated hide. You need that? Yeah, you need pumice for that. And it does consume it, I think, so you do need quite a bit. Copper gravel here. I think you can pan with that and you get little bits of the ore. Never done it before though, never seemed worth it unless you get like a lot, but I don't think you do. I think I'll stay over here. It's flatter, it's more open. Probably gonna be easier to build. And like it's not that far a walk to get to the copper mine. Yeah, I'll stay here. Why am I? Oh, I'm starving. I was wondering why I was losing the color in my vision. Okay, so how do I want to build this area up? I'll leave like an open spot at like a central kind of area to store stuff. I'd want that to be near this. So probably have like a storage base over here, maybe the actual home up this way. I'd also like to farm, which means I'll need water, and there is some water here actually, so I can build a farm like in the middle here, which might be pretty nice. If I want to use this as a farm, I'm gonna have to like take this down a whole level, aren't I? Definitely would be worth it. I mean, it's a farm. This area though, am I gonna want this smoothed out? Probably. I want to take this down. This. Oh, this is gonna take forever. Terraforming is not a very enjoyable experience in this. These stone tools are really simple to make. Realized I spent all that time making that first crafting table and just left it behind. I can easily make another one, but like it's kind of funny that I just immediately abandoned it. I'll get some of these planted now since they take so long to grow, and then maybe one day I'll be able to harvest them, or my grandchildren might be able to. day is approaching. I'm gonna head over to the spot where I saw the copper, mine up a whole bunch of that. Got most what I'd need with me to actually start the mine. I'm gonna leave most of this behind. There's trees there I can chop down. And yeah, let's head on over. Let's stop. Emerald surface bud, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. What is this actually? I don't want to pick it up, it's so pretty. Alright, so I'm gonna need some wood to start, which I can get from right here. A month and 5 days for mahogany. Oh, hello there. Okay, I think this one's not just gonna straight up murder me, which is nice, unless it's thinking about it. It's probably thinking about it. I need like a gun. Can I get a gun? What about bear spray? Can I make bear spray? No. Why'd the black bear kill me on sight and the grizzlies just chill with me? I don't understand that. Isn't that not how that's supposed to go? Okay, and then I'll have the hole be like just right here, I guess. As good a spot as any. Make some barrels. Oh, that actually was a quest. I'm just gonna place these down like outside here, just because if it rains it'll collect water, and there's not, I guess there's some around me, so I don't really need to do that, but actually since I'm here, I will take one of these. Okay, sweet. So I will take this, put it on my back so I'm not exhausted. Can't get in the barrel, which is unfortunate. But now I just have a way to get water easily, basically, is why I did that. Now I can drink out of my jug and fill it up. Also for mining, I'm going to need... I think it's this I crafted. And we'll also need some ladders. That was a lot of ladders. I'm never gonna need that many ladders in my life. What the fuck? You'll notice the tooltip there gives you will not trigger collapse when you're mining. So you can use that. If you mine something and it doesn't say that, then maybe you shouldn't mine it. The other item I've got is the Pro Pick, so that if I right click, you'll see it says found nothing. Which means I gotta go deeper. I think it's a 21 block diameter? I don't think it's 21 radius, that'd be way too big. It's 12. 12 radius? I do not know, actually. Let me find out. Okay, so it's a 25 by 25 by 25 cube. Is what it is. Is what the Pro Pick measures. So here I click and it says found traces of copper, which means we're getting closer to the actual copper deposit. So we keep going. Let's see where we're at now. Traces of hematite. So that's iron ore. I did see some of that on the surface as well, so there is some iron down here as well. A medium sample of chalcopyrite? Chalcopyrite apparently is how you say that. Chalcopyrite. That is not what I guessed that. Found a very large sample of copper. So the copper's like down this direction somewhere. So if I keep going down this way, I should still find some. What's this? Chalcopyrite and copper right on top of it. And these keep anything that's horizontal will support things 2 blocks above and 2 blocks below. There's not really a right way to place these, but there's more efficient ways. Well, this is a little bit spooky. Is that diamond? Appetite surface bud. Okay. Well, if I ever need lava for anything, I'll know where to find it, I guess. And what I just did there is actually perfectly safe. It's never going to cause any issues. You can break support beams, it'll never trigger a collapse. If I break any of these, absolutely that's going to cause a collapse. Pick another chest. This one, like, just for stone. So I'm going to have a lot of it. Put all the ore in this one. Alright, so I've got this one set up here, I believe, to be the most efficient way. Since these support 2 above and 2 below, the ones in the bottom here support the blocks that are occupying the air in between these two. And then the one up here is getting these two, so all four of these will all be supported to either side. Everything behind up to 3 blocks, I think. How am I gonna get out of here? I got a raw rock. I think I've had enough of the mining. It is raining again, as you can see. This is the ore that I've managed to collect, as well as quite a bit of stone. So I'm just going to take all of this, and I can fit all that, so I might as well take it. I don't want to take any of this. Take the gravel. And see, this barrel here is now filling up, because I left it out in the rain. This one's already full again. So it's just a good way to just leave a barrel out then when it rains, collects water, then you can easily drink out of it with your jug. How about this rain, huh? Oh, hello. Come here. No. Come here. Come here. Come back. They look happy in there. They got like a little plant. They got some rocks. Whoa. Maybe they're not happy. Well, guys, thank you for watching. Please ignore the fish splashing in the background. I hope you enjoyed the painful experience of early game of this mod. There's definitely lots more painful experiences to be had. Next time we're going to be getting some more copper tools, probably building a forge rather than doing everything in pit kilns, because that is not something I want to keep doing. And probably build a home, so I'm not just out in the elements. But thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more.